Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 511 headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Duper Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, Ez McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, bud?
I'm feeling dandy, brother. If you
Dandy.
can't tell, you understand?
Look at you, man. I see you right there, man.
You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Style by January. I got my dandy fit on. We'll talk about it a little bit, but thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials. SUPADUPAPOD. What up, Sarah? And online at hp53productions.com for our herch and additional content such as our own Ez McMahon with the Easy Smoking GM podcast and additional podcasts coming soon. Also follow us on YouTube so you can see the dandyism that I'm popping right now at HP53 Productions. So Ez, real quick, went to a shout out to the job. I'm not gonna say where I work, but shout out to the job. We had like a employee research group that's for Black people, and they had a Black History Month event, and the theme was Black Dandyism. I think last year, I think it was a sneaker ball. No, some like metallic thing. I think before it was a sneaker ball. That's what it was. So this year was Black. You know, Black folks gotta have a thing. This year was Black Dandyism, man. Have you heard of that term before?
I have not. In fact, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, and you probably have seen it. If you and for y'all at home or whoever you listen, if you Google Black Dandyism, like you've seen people dress like this, and I mean, I guess to a degree, I probably dress like this a lot of times. But this, but tried to make a point today. Again, shout out to Style by January for the brooches and whatnot. Making it happen. But it's a 300-year-old cultural movement where Black individuals, particularly men, use meticulous tailoring, vibrant colors, and sharp, elegant clothing to assert dignity, challenge stereotypes, and reclaim identity. It's a form of social protest dating back to the 18th century, and was the theme for the 2025 Met Gala titled "Superfine Tailoring Black Style." Historically rooted in the Atlantic world, it emerged as an enslaved and free Black people used refined dress to assert autonomy against restrictive racial hierarchies. The style features polished shoes, tailored suits, and a high level of attention to detail, often mixing traditional European, African, and contemporary fashion elements. It's not merely fashion, but a political statement of self-expression, pride, and resistance, allowing for the reclaiming of humanity and agency. They have historical examples include Julius Suboisi, while modern icons include Andre Leon Talley, Dapper Dan, Pharrell Williams, A$AP Rocky, Coleman Domingo. Because you see Coleman Domingo at the whatever show, my man be fresh to death. He'd be like, I would never wear that, but that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And Lewis Hamilton, man. So they had a nice event. You know how it go. Everybody didn't get dandy, but your boy got dandy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it happen. So I'm gonna try to keep as long as I keep it on for the pod as I can. But check it out on YouTube. I'm sure Sarah posts this. I get that feather in the hat shot to Cam.
I see it.
Yeah, man. But it was cool, as it was really. And I think it was just like reading about dandyism and just thinking about just what it was like as we talk about Black History Month. Of course, it is Black History Month, and just using using whatever you can to make a political statement. I think last year I did that. Like every Wednesday, I wore like a Black History something every week to the gig because where I work is not a lot of Black folks in my department. So when I walked in, because my church has like a Black History shirt. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a gospel message and a Black History message. So I walked in, they were just like, because I'm talking to meetings. I can tell they're not listening to me. They were looking at my shirt, and it was like, "What's your shirt say, Griggs?" You know what it say? Read. I couldn't get a dashiki. If I get a dashiki, I couldn't get it in time. I showed up, I was gonna wear it, man.
So you can find one.
Yeah, I know. Listen, this year I just did something different, man. But no, this is again, shout out to the Black Dandies out there, man. I think what I think about Black Dandy. I think about that one Janet Jackson video, All Right With Me. She was dancing in a zoot suit.
I remember. Yeah.
Like that to me is like the picture of Black Dandyism. You know what I'm saying? Like if people were there with women with fascinators, some women were like in the big suits. It was like pretty dope. I came even from, man. It was a pretty cool time. And I got my cuff links in, you know what I'm saying? Got brooches and whatnot. Had my jacket had a brooch. I was killing them, dog. Straight up.
Yeah, I see. I see. Look at
Hey
it. You got
man,
the matching pocket square there. I see you.
shout
I
out to
see
Rob
you.
Reynolds,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And listen, in the hat, I found it. Like I said, happened to just match the jacket perfectly. I was like, shut up. We gonna wear this. I'm wearing burgundy for the next few months, man. Because this hat was, wasn't cheap. But definitely go wear it again, man. And before I get rolling, when y'all hear this tomorrow, it'll be the Chipmunk's birthday, man. There we
Oh
go.
wow. What
Yeah,
what
man.
what
I
year is
got
this?
14.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
They like real teenagers
They're
now,
like
Joe.
real teen. 13 is kind of
Yeah.
like, it's like you kind of testing it out. But tomorrow I got
Oh,
real
that's
teenagers.
real. That's real.
Yeah, yeah. I got high schoolers, got to do your own thing. I got a moody teenager. I got a nice rule follower. I got one who do her own thing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pray for me. Y'all keep me in your prayer. I'm doing the best I can, man. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the chipmunks. I love y'all. And y'all know, if you listen to the pod, everybody knows my mother does not like us to wish people a happy birthday before their birthday. So I'm saying when you guys hear this, it will be.
Got an hour to go.
Huh?
Got an hour to go.
Hey man, I
I
listen.
think
You
you're
know
safe.
you know my mother, so I'm not.
I'm just saying. I think you're safe. That's all I'm
I
saying.
take it. I take it. Don't check this out. Funny. So I had to take Brooke to the doctor. Everybody knows
Mhm.
about if you know about my daughter Brooklyn. She has she has autism and she has some aggressive behavior sometimes. So well, a lot of times. But I took her to the doctor yesterday because she has something about the ear. Found out she had a outer ear infection. Maybe she scratched or something. We don't know. Trying to figure out what happened. But they got to get in the ear. She was cool. I
Oh,
picked her up. Right. I picked her up. She was like, cool. I'm like, Brooklyn goes to the doctor. She was just like, thumbs up. She, her thing is I play the music on the radio and she just kind of skips songs, go back and forth. It's low key. I think she be DJing. She hit play a loop. She be looping songs. It's pretty nuts. Gets to the doctor. She sees everybody. They know us because got 3 kids coming in all the time. They checking the ear. And she was like, nah, I don't think I want y'all to do that. So I'm like, Brooke, they gotta look at your ear. And she was like halfway letting them do it. And so they tried to trick her. I was like, she know what y'all doing. So I said, look, I just had to grab her head and have them do it. But that made her angry, right? So when we had to go get the medicine, they have a pharmacy in the urgent care. Brooklyn said, Dad, car. I went, so we have to wait on the medicine, Brooklyn. So we in there fighting in the waiting room, and she's biting my arm like it's a leg from Popeye.
baby.
So I'm just kind of trying not to scream, you know what I mean? Because I want to scream just like bloody murder, but I couldn't. I had to be tough dad. So we went to I got the boys to my parents' house, and my parents and it was like I tried to show my folks. I was like, listen, I need to wrap this up, bandage it. Arms are pretty bruised. So my mom was helping me. She was putting the band-aids on my arms. But for whatever reason, she was taking a long time opening the band-aid. She's like, I know you missed it perfect. So I was like, okay. I'm waiting. I said, Mama, if you wait any longer, my arm go heal. She said, all right. Okay. Okay, then fine. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. So that's why I don't cross my mom. When I said, I was like, I'm sorry, Mom. I was just playing. I got some each other. I apologize from the heart. So as though,
Oh
boy,
man,
yeah, I know, man. But again,
you ain't right.
shout out to the Chippies. Man, looking forward to celebrating on weekend. If you listen to the pod, I love them dearly. Like everything I try to do is to be the best father I can to them. God didn't have to give me the 3, but I'm glad He did, and I love them dearly, man. So, I'm sure it'll be a post on the personal page or something tomorrow. I figure out. So I try not to cry when I post it because it's just crazy to see that they're 14, and when people see them and hear it, it's like they do what you do. It's like, wait a minute, 14.
Yeah,
Everybody,
that's
if
crazy.
you remember when they was a kid, like little babies. It was like you saw me outside with 3 little things, and now I got like big kids on my hands. So it's pretty dope.
Doesn't seem
Pretty
like it was that long ago.
Yeah, but again, as my mother said, she's like, it don't seem like it was long, but we felt every day. And I was like, yeah, felt every day at this 14. So shout out to my mom. She keep it a buck, no matter what, man. Straight up. But to the show. So as Super Bowl happened, I know it was over a few days ago, man. What you think of Super Bowl?
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I did too. I know people like it was
I
boring.
enjoyed
Like
it.
I
It
thought it was a great
man,
football game.
I'm sorry, there is nothing better than a good defensive battle. And
Yeah,
for 2.5 quarters, we had really good defense being played on both sides of the ball. And
yeah.
then uh Drake May became Drake
Wow.
May
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Drake May.
Seattle's well
It's like
and it was because Seattle's defense was playing
they were great, man.
some ridiculous football and they just ran away with it. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of the game.
Yeah, I was happy for Sam Darnold, man, just because like you know who was really mad is Minnesota because they had my man last
Oh,
year. They could have been
well,
in the Super Bowl.
wait, they
No,
got
they
so mad they fired their GM after Seattle got to the Super Bowl
yeah, just like they
because they had a chance to keep it, at least try to keep him, try to keep
mhm,
Darnold. And they said, no, we can move past. We just drafted this kid from Michigan
yeah
who was out, he was hurt as a rookie. We're gonna roll with this kid from Michigan instead of the guy that won you
that took you
14
14
games the
games.
season before.
And I
Now you
mean,
lost
see,
now you lost in the playoffs, but he still won 14 games in that season.
and dude, Minnesota's is pretty much the mirror team of Seattle. Great wide
Yeah,
receiver,
yeah,
pretty good
yeah.
defense.
Very,
You know what I'm saying?
very, very similar team.
Yeah, so it was like
Defense isn't
not
as
as good.
good,
Yeah,
but
it
they
is, but
got they
still
got a
decent. Yeah,
decent defense.
yeah. So
Yeah,
they
so
can.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Minnesota is yeah,
Mhm.
they're not feeling too well right now.
So, but everybody's talking about though the halftime show. Did you watch the halftime show?
I did watch the halftime show.
Yeah.
I did watch it.
What you think of it?
Um, okay. I don't understand why everything has to be so politicized,
Well, okay. Well,
right?
I think because he's already made a political statement because he's just too he has a World War II, he's not coming to America, right? And
Okay.
because he's Puerto Rican and all that kind of stuff like Trump. So I mean, I understand why his performance was political. I think he's been put into a political space lately. I mean, because to a degree, Kendrick's, even though it was couched around the embarrassment of Drake, it still was political as well.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's just, we got the stage. I mean, because one thing I noticed now the Super Bowl halftime show isn't for the people in the stadium, it's for us at home, which, because think when you think, because I'm thinking like, he's walking through the bushes. I'm like, oh, they can't, if I'm in the
You can't
section
you can't see what exactly what's
304,
going
I
on.
can't see this. But I
Yeah.
mean, and I thought maybe that's, the people at the game, they're watching the game, they can hear the music. Because, they try to be like, it was boring in here, but 100 million people at home, right, was watching
Yeah.
it and rocking to it, man.
And when I say I don't understand why everything has to be so politicized, I'm not talking about his performance.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, you
talking
mean the
about just
reaction to it?
the reaction to everybody
Gotcha.
else. All right.
Gotcha.
Now when I talk about the performance itself, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Um, the symbolism that was all in there.
Mm.
I could see it right there. It was just about love.
Yeah.
It was about love.
And just learning so much about the culture.
About
Like
the culture.
one
I
thing I
love I
didn't
love
peep.
see I love seeing the old men with the dominoes table and uh what was it the what do you call it, the water ice
Mhm.
or the what we call the snow cones here,
Yeah,
but
I
it
know what
was
you mean. Yeah, yeah, the ice
yeah,
water. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying, seeing that and passing that off to the food vendor and all this the dance. I mean, you can't beat the dancing,
No,
Latin dancing.
no, I can't beat that.
Yeah, you
Shout out
can't you
Jessica
can't
Alba.
you
Shout
can't
out
you
Jessica
can't
Alba.
you can't
Can't
beat
be.
that.
Came
You
back. He
can't
won
beat
right
that.
there, man. It's like, what y'all care about this? But what I thought was cool, so one thing I learned was like the Puerto Rican flag. Did you know about the difference between the blues on the Puerto Rican flag? I didn't know this, so I
No.
saw it on like another thing. So apparently at the end, he was walking with a Puerto Rican flag on his back. I don't know if you saw this, but it's like the original Puerto Rican flag that it's a light. So it's the blue triangle, right?
Right.
The original one is a light blue one, but when America got involved with Puerto Rico and kind of brought them on over to this side, they made it a dark blue. And so he was carrying the original light blue, just kind of talking about Puerto Rico's independence, right? And just going back to the natural roots. I thought that was interesting. And even that Ricky Martin song, it was talking about like, do you remember what happened to Hawaii? And I guess we're talking about how like, when Hawaii and Puerto Rico were very similar. I think there's a book on it too. But it's like, Hawaii became a state and you don't think of it as this cultural space as you do Puerto Rico. And it's like they're trying to hold on to their independence. So I thought that was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, I know the whole thing was gonna be in Spanish. Like I figured like, all right, a couple songs. But when he got to like the seventh minute, I was like, oh, I got to speak in Spanish, and I was cool with it. I was trying to remember my old Spanish language, my lessons, and my alphabets to figure out what was going on. I figured I'll just translate it later. But see,
Yeah, I didn't get that far, but I just I followed along,
but
and
not
it's
with
I
you.
mean, who doesn't like Latin music?
That's listen. How many songs I used to go salsa dancing a lot.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you what the words were, but I was in there rocking and having a blast. So people were like, they're not even speaking English. That's our country's language. Speaking of that rhetoric, did you see the other halftime show?
I did not see it.
I'm white. I'm white, and it's all right. No, I'm kidding. They weren't saying that. But it's almost like, what were y'all saying? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand y'all either.
I did. Yeah, there's many songs in English I don't get, but it's got a good beat. I rock with it.
But I mean, it's just wild that these people
Kid Rock's the only hit that I know that Kid Rock has. I don't understand the words to that
it's like,
song.
what are you saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think we coming to see? You think people go in America gonna go and see you, Kid Rock? You look like you're a meth head. Are you serious?
Oh man,
Either we watching you at this half a concert or Bad Bunny with these beautiful people. And who cares if it's not in English? I'm gonna enjoy this, bro, because I don't know what y'all doing over at that one, man.
yeah,
And what I don't appreciate it, he rewrote some song and trying to talk about Jesus. And it's like they just are misusing Christianity left and right and just trying to manipulate people, which I do not appreciate. I'm saying that as a Christian, you know what I'm saying? No, but I'm glad it's over in terms of to the point you were making, right? Everybody, the right to a degree is politicizing everything, and everything is a moment to be enraged about. When we should be more enraged about these Epstein files. And
absolutely,
I will say this. Me and my niece been talking about it. And shout out to Sarah. We had a meeting. We talked about it because she said, what we're going to talk about it. And I know you hear about it, people different names. And my only thing is we got all these names, right? We got all these people, and it's like, what we gonna do then? You know what I'm saying? It means nothing if we're not gonna do something to these people because, and this is not in defense of Diddy, and you can probably edit this if you need to, but it's like they made, Diddy, he pretty much is an Epstein type of person, right? In terms of all that he did and done. And they made a big spectacle out of him and they put him in jail as they should have. So it's like that should be how we treat all these people moving forward, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you don't hear nothing. It's like, and like the woman Pam Bunny says, we'll break the system, then break the system. Because maybe that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like these people can get away with it. Because my concern is that we're talking about it. And it's like you read these horrible things in it that are real and that happen. And it's just gonna be, we hope y'all forget about it. You know what
no,
I'm saying? That's the part that's so it's like, hell, we can talk about it all day. If we're not gonna do nothing, what we doing all this for? You know what I'm saying? We're releasing it for. Something got to be done behind this, and I feel like we have to be mindful of all these things that pop up out the blue. Another halftime Super Bowl show. Greenland. Da da da. Nah, man. This is what we got to focus on. 250 some days to the midterm election.
that's it.
I know what that means. Let's get to it.
Wait, hey, Zoom didn't pick up your
Oh, so let's pick up slap.
Yeah, still didn't.
Oh well, y'all know what it means. Y'all see this?
Wait, can you hear that?
Nah, it looked like you doing
Yeah,
something else.
Zoom. You couldn't hear anything?
Nah, it's like you
Yeah,
did
I
something.
was clapping, but yeah.
Okay. It looks inappropriate. Keep it buzzers. I know what you were doing.
Oh, doesn't look inappropriate. I just looked at myself. Stop it, man. You making fun.
I'm so, oh man. So couple more things. It's gonna be a quick show today. Because I just got home from this event. I'm sleepy, but it's clearly we talking fast and feeling good. Have you watched His and Hers on Netflix?
I have not.
Check it out, man. It's a pretty good show with Tessa Thompson, John Bernthal. I can't really say much. I feel like I'll give it away, but all I'll say is it's a definite watch. Like it's probably the reason I woke up late this morning because I was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, I watched 10 minutes because I've been better about like, I'll watch a show, cut off in the middle, go to sleep. I was like, I watch another 10 minutes. And I was like, I gotta see this to the end. And I saw it to the end. And I woke up late this morning, which is why I had to drive Brooklyn to school because we missed her bus by 3 minutes.
Oh,
So yeah, man. But yeah, check out His and Hers on Netflix. It's a fantastic show. But on top of watching that, I also saw the Winter Olympics because we talked about it at the top of the month, Black History Month, Grammys, Winter Olympics. And there was I talking about one of your favorite races, the luge, that the race you thoroughly enjoy. As remember we talked about that a couple episodes
I
ago.
no, I don't
I
remember
think you
that.
mentioned like it's one of your favorite races you've been practicing
I
for.
never said that.
You said
No,
20. You
I
said the
I know where you're going with this.
2030 Olympics. You were gonna
I never said
you
that.
wanted to be on the bottom of the list.
I never said that. You making stuff up. See,
So again, I joke, I kid. But I watched the two-man luge. Actually, I saw it in the doctor's office for Brooklyn. It helped me take my mind off of getting bit. Like the two-man luge, and I was like, this is the craziest thing anybody ever self-selects to do. So if you guys have seen it, I guess they're on this icy track that can turn upside down. There's a person laying on the bottom, and then another person lays on top of them, like butt on genitals. And this is like they're on this cold thing,
that's
and
not
they're
true.
rolling. But it's on the stomach, right?
It's on.
Hey,
Well,
hey, S, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Doesn't matter where it is, still bad. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm right about that. Something I don't want to do. Tell you, man, listen, look at the two-man luge, and you won't look long, okay? It's like, who does this? Okay, what sport couldn't you play? You said, I'll do the luge. You know what I mean? This all do some Olympics, man. This stuff is crazy. And it's like, y'all could die doing this.
it's
What?
they're going pretty fast down that track, and just one miss turn or
See,
anything, and
just
yeah,
I think it hit me why I don't like to win the Olympics. Because the races don't make sense. Like it's like, okay, summer. All right, okay. I'm gonna run from point A to point B faster than you, right? I'm gonna throw this thing farther than you. I'm gonna be better at a sport than you across the world. But the luge is we're gonna get on a big metal death trap with no rails and glide down an icy track that turns upside down. I feel like it should mimic stuff that we do in the natural world. You know what I'm saying? Like the Summer Olympics are stuff that normal people do. Like it's like they're just the best at the world at it. Nobody is doing. Even, most people ski. Okay, got it. Most people do the. I mean, that the world is not enough. That's like some when the people they ski and they shoot. Man, that's a little different. I mean, you're a Navy SEAL maybe, but the luge is something that like that just I don't understand. Who else is doing this? It makes no sense.
I
And it's
told I did tell you I like the skeleton though.
yeah, that's when you face down, huh?
Yeah, that's when that's when
Mm-hmm.
you're for your head first.
Mm-hmm.
Head
They got
first
two man. They
going
got
down.
two man skeleton.
They don't have a two-man skeleton,
Because
no.
guess what? Because guess what? I'm banning the Olympics. They got two man skeleton. That's just ridiculous. It,
But
it it's just
yeah, the skeleton is you got to be nuts to do those. I guess either one, luge or skeleton, because
but
it's
I feel like the
highly
face first
dangerous.
phrasing might actually be better phrasing.
No, because
Why not?
well,
I
phrasing,
mean, you
but
let like this. It's nothing you can do. It's just.
there's nothing you can do face first either.
I mean, jump to the side. I don't know. That's again. That's the.
You're gonna break your neck because you're gonna run into the track.
And here's my thing: is like it's not like people are getting it the first time. You know what I mean? It's like somebody had to crash. Like they had some real hard. How do you practice that? Like then just kind of go for broke. You know what I mean? Like this stuff is wild.
Yeah, and
The
they
women
practice
is
for 4
wild.
years, man.
I guess that's the thing, man. But
4 years.
I'm cool.
You know what my favorite Winter Olympic sport is, right?
Was that the curling, right?
Curling. Yeah, curling. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been enjoying the curling so far.
So I've seen it. So I explain curling. I know you. It's like yeah, explain it because I know I've seen it. I think I understand what it might be.
Curling is like shuffleboard on ice.
Okay.
All right. Uh, you have to roll stones down the ice, and the team that gets the most after I think it's eight. Basically, it's called ends, but think of it like baseball with innings, right?
Okay.
After eight, the team that has the most stones in in the house is what they call the target area.
Hmm. Hmm.
That team gets the point. So however many stones they have in the target area, they get that many points.
So then when they're doing the brushing around, they're trying to slow down and speed up
They're trying to
speed it up.
slow and speed it up. Yeah, yeah. It's called sweeping.
Yeah, so they just go bowl. You see what I'm saying? It makes zero sense. Who's
You
doing
can't
this in?
bowl. You can't bowl on ice, man.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Have it in the summer. I mean,
But you can
it's
throw
like
stones on the ice
makes zero
and
sense, man.
sweep.
Y'all keep. Listen, I mean, I know this ain't popular play. Y'all keep NBC gonna never have me on. Y'all keep those Winter Olympics, man.
Curling is awesome. The ice hockey is
Man,
great.
man, y'all gotta have that, dude.
Hockey is great.
Okay, I can give you hockey. I can give you hockey.
Um, now being a person that has only been on ice skates one time in his life,
Mhm.
I have a real appreciation for hockey, for speed skating, and
Cause that's hard.
figure
Yeah,
skating and ice dancing.
absolutely,
Because
absolutely. I mean,
you're doing all this stuff on skates on ice.
yeah, and
That's
it's
that's
rough.
unbelievable to me, man.
I
So
remember in my young age trying to take a young lady out on a date ice skating. Never do that again.
no,
Because
no.
I could give a care, I could give a care about her. Because I was trying to live. Like, you know what? I'm sorry, ma'am. We got to go because I'm about to die. I'm all like, "Zuh, zuh." Hey man, I'm trying to look cool. You see how dandy I am? Come on, girl. I can't be out here about to die. Try to ice skate. I don't do
So
that.
yeah,
No.
I like all those sports, man. So I'm into the Winter Olympics.
Well, maybe if I watch a couple more. Again, I just probably watched that two-man Lewis. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Watching this, man.
About the bobsled,
So what's the difference? That's like that they are it's the same track, right? Similar track,
similar track, not the same,
but
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 similar
they're on like
tracks.
just in a
But
two.
you're
I'll
in a
say
there's a two-man sled. I mean, there's a two-man bobsled and there's a four-man bobsled.
so. Then okay, so then is the point? Is it to show your balance or like or is it core strength? You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
what are
all of
you
the above.
proving? Okay,
Speed,
so you're saying we can hold this
your
contraption together?
speed.
Yeah.
You actually have in the bobsled, you have somebody that's actually driving the sled.
Okay.
So there's like a steering uh contraption within the sled. So you
Mhm.
have to steer the sled and everybody's gotta go. You gotta shift your weight in that
Mhm.
sled. So everybody's gotta be in unison when you're doing that. So if you can see me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I can
saying?
see. I was
Yeah.
trying to sound your dude.
That's the point of the sport right there. So it takes a lot of concentration and strength
Mm. Yeah, man.
and
Great, crazy work.
hopefully speed.
Crazy work. Yeah.
Jamaica, the reason why they you saw the movie Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
most of that stuff wasn't true,
Mhm. Yeah.
but basically the reason they said that they wanted to try the Jamaicans in bobsledding is because Jamaicans are known as really good sprinters.
Mm.
So you could use that speed
But
on ice. And by the way, I think Jamaicans have a women's bobsled team
oh
going this
wow,
year.
that's
So
dope because
look out for them. Yeah.
they kick some tail in the Summer Olympics. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
they just send everybody to track like whatever. It's
Absolutely.
cool.
I don't even know why when it comes to sprinting, I don't know why it should just be the US,
In Jamaica all
Jamaica,
day. Well, I mean,
and
the Italian dude won the men's 100 in 2020. Yeah, that was nuts. It was like he beat, again, it was COVID, but yeah, there was an Italian dude, black Italian guy. He
yeah.
won the 100-meter
Well,
dash. It's
there you
like
go.
when 24 came around, they rectified that. He came in like seventh. You know what I'm saying? And it was Jamaica, US, or whatever it was. But to your point, it was like, yeah, that brother didn't have a chance, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I missed something. We were talking about the Super Bowl. So, with the halftime show, you're thinking about, of course, who's going to do halftime 2027. They haven't announced that yet. We don't know who's doing the halftime.
No, they don't until like the season starts. We didn't find out about Bad Bunny until September.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was trying to figure out
Yeah.
even when Kendrick did it. I feel like they let us know about Kendrick pretty early though. Maybe
It's
because
possible.
the
I
buzz
don't
he
remember.
had.
I don't
You know what I'm
remember.
saying? But it was like, not like us was everywhere. And he's like, so I feel like they made that decision pretty quickly just because of the timing that it was on. But I shout out. I went to the shout out to the Allen Iverson. just to ask. But it
Okay.
was like, who would be the next? Who do you think the next Super Bowl halftime show would be? But I'm gonna add in my wild card. So this is what the Allen Iverson says. Taylor Swift as an option because
Not gonna
they're
happen.
going. I don't think so either.
Not gonna
Now
happen.
they
She
said
wants.
Drake.
Well, they said that they had discussed it, and she
Too.
wants ownership um of the video.
Dang. I guess when you're bold, why
Yeah,
not
she
ask? You
can
know
she
what I'm
can
saying?
absolutely she can ask, and they said
Yeah.
no. NFL said no.
Right. Oh, 'cause she'll make so much money off of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Ariana Grande was her name. I was like, but I thought like maybe they take but I don't know if she has that many
I was gonna
songs.
say, does she have hits like that? I don't
But I
know.
mean, but she's probably more of a big superstar because of the movie, right? Because of Wicked. But I mean, I
Okay.
don't know if she got hits like that. Then they had because it's in LA. Well, they had Tyler the Creator. I don't think that's Super Bowl worthy.
No.
But what do you think about Ice Cube?
Well, they already did Dre though.
I don't know. Was he there? Did he do the one? Was he out there? He
No,
was
he
out there,
was.
right?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
that's what I thought. Like maybe if they, I mean, it's in LA, they can have Ice Cube, but I don't know how big that'll be. Red Hot Chili Peppers was another option because
That's not a bad one.
I feel like it might go that way. Like it might be like kind of
That's
like
not a bad one.
they talked about some uh Latin takeover, Carol G,
Well,
Becky.
you had your Latin influence. Well,
Exactly. I mean, you
but
never know.
they did Dre and Kendrick back to back, right?
Back to back.
Or
No,
was it a year?
it was a year.
Yeah,
I
they
think it
gave it.
was Usher. Usher was in between there.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, because I think it was so Bad Bunny, Kendrick. I think it was Usher.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. I
okay.
think
So yeah, they got to do a different genre.
yeah. But now this is Rob. This is my wild card. I've said this for a while. You're gonna laugh until you think about it. Okay,
All right.
T-Pain. You think it's stupid
No,
until
no, no, no. He got
you think about all the songs he could do for a
yeah.
halftime show. Because now, what we found is, that, like I said, the shows have been good for home, right? It's been produced for TV, and people have been kind of cool. But I think T Pain would be cool at the
Hmm.
stadium and at the crib. People hate on T Pain.
I wouldn't mind it.
I'm telling you, and then think about it. He got guests coming in. You know what I'm saying? They'll
I
probably never
wouldn't.
do it.
I wouldn't
Sarah
mind it.
tag them. But I believe T Pain as a halftime show would be phenomenal.
I wouldn't mind that.
I don't think most people would love it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we probably know way more T Pain songs than we realize. And like the human race, you know what I'm saying? And probably everybody got a favorite T Pain song. He probably gonna perform it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got the hits. That
He
would be interesting.
he could make it work, but I don't know if Rock Nation and them would let T Pizzle nappy boy do his thing. But I feel like though I feel like that wouldn't be horrible. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't.
Nah, you get that. I like where you went with the Chili Peppers though.
I think that'd be cool, and that'd be a nice little change of pace.
Everybody loves the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that'd be cool. LA thing because they were at the when the Olympics ended.
Mhm.
I never noticed that they had this show that they had like the transition show to the next city. Did you see this at
No,
all?
no.
So when the Paris Olympics ended, and then it was like they had Tom Cruise, but like he took some kind of tunnel to LA or whatever, and it's like he was in LA, and it was like, yeah, we getting ready for the 2020 Olympics, and they had Snoop perform, and then they had the Red Hot Chili Peppers perform. Like it
Okay.
was like this, like this was going on and I mean, sidebar, the dude who was running 20 Olympics was in the Epstein files. It's like this is crazy, crazy time.
Womp
Yeah,
womp.
it's like, bro, oh, wilding, man. Um, but yeah, so I think so. Red Hot Chili Peppers probably is the best bet because it's LA and they from LA. But I'm telling you, man, T-Pain show would be pretty.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it.
Would be pretty crazy, man. So, we do know normally we've been doing the Chicago check-in at the beginning of the show, but I wanted to wait to the end because I want to wrap it up with the Black History and the Chicago check-in. So, for this one, again, Chicago check-in is where we talk about the ups and downs, the highs and lows, shenanigans, and stars all in the city of Chicago, the greatest city on earth in our hometown. So that's why we love it so. And you see cats dressed like this with bright red jackets and bright color hats here in Chicago. You dig?
And
But
it's warming up too.
it is, man. That weather breaking.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. But I want to shout out to my old elementary school, Our Lady Gate of Heaven, the Gate. Go ahead, tell your story. Yes, go ahead.
So we used to play them in basketball, and let me tell you, your
Mhm.
boy he had a day
Yeah.
a couple times
Yeah.
against our Lady Gate of Heaven. Oh, when I saw OLGH on the schedule, oh baby,
Oh God.
that meant
God.
at least 15, 20,
You're done? Are you done?
at least. And we all would go off. Final score like 85-13.
Okay,
It was
thanks,
that
Ed.
bad.
Thanks, man.
Just wanted to throw it out there.
Appreciate you,
And
sir.
that's no cap. That's
Ah,
this real. That happened.
got it. See, that's why I let him get out of the system because I know the story was coming.
Go for
But
it.
I went to this grammar school pretty much from preschool to 8th grade. So
Bucket.
the story is this. So as I was, y'all know I'm the youngest, and I'm the only boy. And my mom had me. I was thinking my middle sister Zan was 9 years old. So I'm a surprise. My mother had told me as much. She was mad. I was like, thanks, mom, for the confidence boost. And but I understand it now. You're like, dog, I thought I was out the game. Now I got another one. Jeez. But I'm a bundle of joy. But as a little kid, I wouldn't say I was mischievous. I was curious. So I was like, she's just tearing the house up, like, oh, what's this do? Oop, didn't mean to break that. Just hiding stuff, going outside, walking to neighbors' houses. You know what I'm saying? One time my mother was asleep, so she worked nights, and I guess she was sleeping on the floor. The Incredible Hulk used to scare me because it's like to turn to the green. I just didn't like that. So one day I ran into her room to be safe. I just looked in the bed and didn't see her. And I said, well, I gotta get out of here because Incredible Hulk's gonna get me. I didn't look on the floor. She was laying on the floor for a reason. I just looked up, didn't see her, and I ran outside to the neighbor's house. She wake up, can't find me. And then it's like the neighbor comes knocking on the door. It's little Robbie. And she's like, I'd kill you, right? So all that to say is the story she told me is a letter came in the mail and said, preschool open for kids. She said she walked me to the school that day, like, get out of this house. You're killing me. And so I went to the gate from preschool to 8th grade. And I was thinking about it today because the event I went to tonight, they were talking about, teaching Black history in schools. And they were talking about, how the guy there, one of the pastors there that was on the panel, was saying how in his school they had like to put the same pictures. We talked about this, but when he said that, I immediately went back to the gate, and again, it was a super small school. Like again, the school was built on love and faith and promise because it was a small school, and I was 19 in my graduating class. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that was small
And they
until I
did.
went to I was like, wait a minute, we had no, we were just holding on.
There was
Dog.
very little time to practice basketball.
Absolutely. That's not enough people for a team, man. We do the best we can. And so shout out to Mr. Watson. That's my man. And Miss Williams and all the other teachers there. Miss Gannon, Miss Buchanan, Miss Adams. But yeah, it was just like really when I thought about when he said that, I thought that was my upbringing. And I appreciate that little school for just like we talked about it how when we were growing up, you had all the pictures around just of the black people and I was giving black speeches about black history and the black people are doing this. You learn about Kwanzaa. You celebrate different things with Black history throughout the year. Like I knew I was black and what that meant to be black when I left the gate. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because I feel like when I went into white spaces after that, I had a foundation of who I was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily have to change anything about me, but I could learn the world around me if that makes sense, right? It's like I was able to know I'm this. This is who I am. This is where I come from. but I can also appreciate what other people are, and I can learn a few things, right? And I never forgot that. Truly, like I said, when I got to high school, it was a little tough because, again, as a kid, I thought the world was black because that's everything I did. Again, I went to the school, pretty much all the students black. I didn't have a white classmate. I had a Hispanic classmate. I think I only had one. You know what I'm saying? She was a girl, and all the guys liked her because it was like no, it's all had a white principal, couple white teachers, right? But like, you didn't go to church, everybody black. Go to my parents, they driving me to places. They go to the store, everybody black. So when I got to high school, I was like, hold a second, what's everybody's not black? Where we going? You serious? But when I got to college, it all came together, right? It was like, I'm a black man from Chicago, and that's what this means, right? I come from people who struggle, but I come from people who we have pride about it, right? And it's like one song that they always taught us, young, gifted, and black. I mean, that's something we sang all. I don't know if y'all sang that at your grammar school a lot, but like, to be young, gifted, and black was a song like we sang all the time. And you take it for granted. They making you sing and do everything. We would do like, yeah, like little talent shows and like Black History thing. I mean, I just learned so much just about the people and to appreciate the people. And I just want to shout out to the gate. I mean, it's not open anymore. It's closed a long time ago. But I want to shout them out and just encourage people who are at schools like this or like educators or whatever you like. That stuff matters because I don't talk. We don't talk about this stuff on the pod just because out of thin air. Like, this stuff is ingrained in us. I know, Ed, your upbringing is similar to mine, and like even with our parents, like it's not like on top of the school, right? Our parents were also ingraining just what Black history meant to us, like not the Black history you may see in the book, but the Black history that they lived and experienced, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you got to understand of who you are and what that means in the world, right? It's not just a thing. It actually means something powerful. That's something to be treasured and treated kindly and fondly, man. So I want to shout. That's my Chicago check-in and get today. I want to shout out to the gate. Yes, it's been closed for some time, but I mean, even without it, I don't know, how different I'll be, but I appreciate that little school for everything they put into me and the people that went there because it is for me a level of Black history, and it taught me a lot about who I am. And I think that's what Black history really is, right? It's just, again, I said at the event tonight, it's not history isn't something in the past. It's history is all the time, and I think it just showed me I'm a part of history. Not that this happened in the past, it'll never happen again, or it was like this happened before and it can happen again through you, right? So that's something I really admire that school about. And again, I know Ez, again, if you want to add, I know your upbringing, like I say, your grammar school was kind of similar to mine in that regard. It's just something that
Well,
as a
we
black kid,
we
that's what you
both we
learn.
both went to Catholic elementary schools
Yeah,
and well, high schools too,
yeah.
but ours, similar to yours, we had a principal who was a black nun
Mm,
that that allowed for the curriculum of the school for Black history to be taught year round. I don't think that's done everywhere.
no.
And she actually, the interesting part, she actually passed when I was in fifth grade.
Mm,
Um, but
wow.
I had actually just got to that school. But the person that took over for her was her best friend, who was a nun, a white nun, but kept that same
Tradition going.
tradition and curriculum going, even after she was gone. And we had teachers, especially when we got to junior high. And that's where my appreciation for history comes from. Is that school?
Mm,
But we were taught, from Middle Passage on throughout U.S. history about what it was to be black in this country.
mm,
And so yeah, so I appreciate that. St. Thomas the Apostle, by the way. So yeah, we did just like you said, the gate,
yeah, the
Our
gate.
Lady Gate of Heaven. I love that school.
Hey,
Um,
man,
I'm
send them
just
flowers their way, man. Stop it. But no, but no, but no, but here's the thing though, because and it's important because I know we talking about Epstein and these files and all, what I'm saying, Greenland and everything that they do on the news. But this is the stuff that's getting past is that we're not paying attention to, right? And I think the thing is, you and I both work in places where, that are not predominantly black, that are predominantly maybe white spaces, depending on where you're going, how it's working. And so it doesn't mean that we're trying, we can't operate with other people. It just means we know who we are. And nothing's wrong with knowing who you are, because I feel like most other people who are not black have a sense of who they are as not just their person, but how they connect to their family and their lines, right?
Mhm.
Black people, that's just something we have to
We
establish
don't we
together.
don't we don't have that.
We
Yeah.
don't have it. That's why, like, most black people, if you see, when you see black people, they most, for the most part, speak to each other, because we got the same culture to a degree. Now, the more generations go along, we start to divide, right? And we start to find more differences than similarities. But that's where it comes from. We're sharing the culture. You know what I'm saying? We're building this culture as we go. Nobody knows where we're from. In a couple of weeks, we'll be talking about St. Patrick's Day, and I'll tell my annual 15% joke, right? Since I found out mom was 30% Irish. You know what I'm saying? With shocked her, she went, whoa. And I was like, whoa, I've been knocking St. Patrick's Day all these years. I can go get me a free drink. 15%. Kiss me on 15%. You know what I mean? And but truly, like, but that's stuff you just
You
hear
should make
bits and
that
pieces
T-shirt, by
of.
the way.
I should make that,
Yeah.
copyright it. I said it
Yeah.
first, put in the ether. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, but it's like, but it helps you try to get a sense of who you are, and then what that means for you and the people around. Because then the other part is this really got me, and I do it bit by bit, but I have to do a better job of it. I need to do a better job of, like, there being a regular conversation with the boys just about Black history, right? Just who you are, what your grandparents did, right? You are 2 steps away from plantation and sharecropping, like what that means. But I understand, like, the older they get, the more it will mean something to them.
Yeah.
But it's always implanting that thing and planting the seeds and making sure that happens, man. So, but that's just Chicago check in today, and another Black History Month fact, just how important it is to let, and it is, I don't know why it threatens, the powers that be now, for let people to just know who they are, right? But I think that's the point. Once you know who you are, then you know what you're worth. And once you know what you're worth, you're gonna get it and try to ask, and not even ask for it, you're gonna take it. So maybe that's exactly what that is, right? We want to make sure we don't know. And I mean, when you tell the real story, the people we may consider heroes now maybe won't be so much heroes once we got the real, right. Once you understand the real story of it. But I feel like, when you try to change the past, right, you make a weird future, right? People start operating on a lie. We don't want to do that, and we want to get this. So again, I know we pay attention to everything else. May please pay attention to this in our schools and the books that we have. I've said this time and time again. I've been purchasing a lot of Black history books just to have it, because you never know if they might start banning it or not make it available. We talked about before how you got to be careful of things being on demand digitally, because at any point somebody can decide to not have this available anywhere, and then it's lost forever in time.
Lost. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, so truly having physical copies of things like music that you love, or that, you know what I'm saying, having physical books. And again, I'm not knocking the digital age. Y'all know I'm in Allen Iverson. I use Allen Iverson all the time. But I am mindful of, like, what are we holding on to, and what are we possessing? And that kind of goes back to the dandyism, right? Because we're showing up, we're protesting. And it's not just protesting; it's protesting and being proud of who we are and the style that we have and things that we do. So that's the episode for today. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for checking us out. Make sure you follow us on all socials, SUPADUPAPOD, online at HP53productions.com, and on YouTube at HP53productions.com. Leave us a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hey, as you know, we got a couple haters on YouTube. It's hilarious.
We got haters. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
Sarah shared a couple of comments. People like, saying nothing crazy, but you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you guys, so raised. And then I'm like, hey, we're making the S.
I got a hater. Wow. Okay.
We got haters, man.
Yeah, I
That's
like
Pat
that.
would say, if you got 4 haters, you need to figure out how to get 6 by Friday. So shout out to Cat Williams, and shout out to the haters that say crazy stuff, because we gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
As I miss anything?
No, I'll let it get to heaven, man. Thank you for educating
Shout out to the
our
gate.
youth over there, and making sure that basketball was on the back
See
burner.
that? Now that's just see. I knew it was
Ooh,
coming. I was like, will he do it? Yes, he will.
I
Thanks.
will. I
Uh,
remember that school. Go ahead.
Make sure you take
Why?
care.
Wait,
of
why
yourself.
weren't you on the team?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, maybe I couldn't get to practice. I don't know. Again, I'm oblivious to a lot of stuff as a little kid. I think I woke up at like 13. Like, oh, I was just doing school. That's all I did. I was the number one student every year in my class, man. That's what I was on.
They could have used you, man. Let me tell you.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? I'm sure. Like a note came home from practice. They was probably like, "Ain't nobody driving you to practice." That's probably what happened. Who's driving you to practice? I can't. All right, fine then. Fine then. I don't want to play nowhere. But
All right. Until the next time OLGH comes up,
probably never.
I'll leave
That's
it
what you're
alone.
Hey, make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast.
Real pain, champagne from you and I. Wait, you and I? Now that's champagne if you was I. Would you be off on this campaign? Is it suicide? If you know that bringing hope here is how careers die. Or do the K stand for kamikaze? The J silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Surely, lately, I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this. Life thinking I should be further and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. This said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you blessed? I woke up, feeling oh my God, feeling myself, know why? 'Cause I woke up.